Welcome to my studio. I'm Debbie Tribble of Dreamweaver Quilting. Thank you for joining me for Tiny Tip Tuesday. Today we will begin to explore sewing machine needles to better understand the importance of choosing the correct needle for your application. Just look at all these needles. Of the 11 shown, 10 are domestic sewing machine needles. One is for a commercial machine. Most are designed for specific sewing purposes, but they have basic commonalities. While you are stitching, it will be helpful to understand the parts of the needle. Today's tiny tip is intended as a base to build your knowledge of the sewing machine needle. As we walk through the parts of a needle, I hope you will think about the most common application for your sewing tasks. Let's discuss the anatomy of a sewing machine needle. The end of the needle inserted into the machine and tapered for ease of installation is referred to as the butt. The next section of the needle is known as the shank. The shank is the area of the needle which is secured into the sewing machine. The needle shank must be the right shape for your machine. Needles for home sewing machines most often have a shank with one flat side and one rounded side for proper positioning. Industrial or commercial machines may have grooved, threaded, or round shanks. This makes it especially important to pay attention to the orientation of the needle to assure proper installation. It can be installed backwards, however, you will not get the desired result. As we continue down, the needle tapers in. This section is known as the shoulder. Some needle manufacturers add a color coding to the shoulder to distinguish type and size of a needle. The next area is the blade, also known as the shaft. This is the body of the needle below the shoulder. The size of the needle is determined by the diameter of the blade. The groove is a cutaway that extends the vertical length of the blade or shaft. To better see the groove, I have colored it red. The groove serves to reduce thread friction and helps to create smooth stitches. The groove cradles the thread and guides it to the eye. The length and width of the groove varies according to the needle size and type. This makes it easy to understand why a needle with a larger groove would be needed with a heavier thread. The hole at the end of the needle is known as the eye. This is where the thread passes through. The size and shape of the eye is different on varying needle types. For instance, a top stitching needle has a larger, elongated eye. Located at the very base of the needle is the point and tip. The point and tip vary with different needle types. Different shapes of points and sharpness of tips are used to sew various materials. For example, a sharper point is needed to punch through leather, while a blunt tip is better to push aside fibers for stretching materials such as knits. In this last photo, the needle is turned to the side to allow you to view the scarf. The scarf is on the back side of the needle. This indentation above the eye allows the needle thread to be grabbed by the bobbin hook under the throat plate in order to create a stitch. Scarf size will vary by needle size and type. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a greater appreciation for an often overlooked but very important part of your sewing success equation, the needle.